ko, kahit pagod ako sa trabaho, iika-ika sa trabaho, pagdating sa bahay, meeting para sa successful itong ating mga pagsusumikap, pagtulong sa ating bayan. Kaya may sabihin ako sa inyo, no? Ang politika sa pagkakaintindi ko, parang laro ito ng chess ang nangyayari ngayon. Nagagapi na ang mga pawn, tayo mga pawn, no? Ang tower, ang horse, ano parang bishop, wala na, natutumba. Ngayon, na-sacrifice ang ating king. Ang king, ayun na, isinulong na. Si Tatay Digong, ang king nasa Hague ngayon, to save the queen, to save Sara Duterte to be our president. So, God save the queen, President Sara Duterte. Isigaw natin, Inday Sara, save the Philippines. We will claim it. Duterte! 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 Maraming salamat. God is watching. Salamat.
Samson. Hinahangyo ang tanan na mga kaubanan sa pagtapok dinhi daw sa atubangan. I hope you don't mind. I know, dapat may mga makashare matadirig mga banig para atong lingkuran, di ba? Mas sweet, no?
Yes,
Ako din
manunod.
ang tanan ka, Eric.
Naghanapan ng tubig si ka Eric. Namatans na. Nung kabataan ko, kahit 3 araw straight rally, kaya pa. At minsan may bakbak at almalay pa noong kabataan ko. Hindi na kaya. Matanda na.
Eric, di na obvious.
1971.
Salamat.
Okay, let's start. Sinong sunod na to? Okay.
Ay, ang sa susunod, asa naman diin na kita, how? Pagkatapos, malas ang ato presidente, diin na kita?
After kay Ma'am Banji, tawagin na natin habang siya'y nandito pa. Hindi ko na nakita.
Yeah.
Is he still around? Oh, midnight!
Here?
Are you leaving now?
Oh, he's out. I am coming back anyway. Nadi announcement, bakit na apa yung laing mga grupo nga na adili na wala ko malista?
We have heard si Kim Kang-Kering at ang kanyang partner, ang kanyang asawa, coming from New Jersey pa.
Wow!
Wow, New
Eric,
Jersey.
Basi na apa yung mga katunggaling sa
And then may mga iba
States?
dito na walang grupo pero ang kanilang identification, Pilipino yun sa puso at diwa.
Wow! Wala akong
Nang tinanong pa ng grupo, sabi nila, ang Pilipino din sa puso at diwa.
Diwa. That is
And of
fabulous.
course, we would like to acknowledge ang ever ready na mga kaibigan natin from SMNI, USA, and Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Ayun. And
I love the color purple
Yes.
and green
And green.
black.
And we have Bisdak, New York.
Archil!
Di sana si Bisdak, New York. O nawala na.
Si Archil?
O nawala na si Arcel.
Ay,
Okay.
nag-escort ka itong puan.
Nag-escort kay Midnight 123.
Uy.
Okay, habang wala pa si Midnight 123, pakinggan natin ang pinakauna na naging Pangulo ng Patriotic Filipinos in America at naging bahagi ng orihinal na grupo na nagkampanya para sa Duterte, Tapang at Malasakit.
Yay! Ladies and gentlemen!
We will
Let us
have-
welcome ang pinaka-pogi, pero artista, no? Mr. Joel Inocencio.
Okay, Sir Joel, come up the stage.
Maraming salamat.
Galing sa Hawaii, ha?
Thank you. I'm so happy and proud to be here. Maraming salamat daw sa inyo lahat at tayo ay nagkakaisa. I grew up in the 70s. Tubo, pinanganak at laking Davao ho ako. Kaya naranasan ko ang buhay bago inayos ni Presidente Duterte ang Davao. Kaya ramdam ko at naaalala ko pa yung mga nangyari noon. Nakikita ko na naman ngayon. Nakakalungkot ho. Pero bawat isa ho sa atin na nandito ngayon, meron ho tayong kamag-anak sa Pilipinas. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo. Yung presensya ho natin dito ngayon, ay napaka-importante ho. Dahil kung hindi ho tayo mag-iingay ngayon, kahit sinusuppress ho nila, sinisensor ho nila tayo sa Pilipinas o kahit sa sulok ng mundo, pagpatuloy ho natin na makisali, makisabay sa ingay, at kalugin ang lahat ng mga kababayan natin na kamag-anak na medyo hindi ramdam ang pakikibaka na ating pinaglalaban ngayon. So, maraming salamat ho at nandito ho kayo. Huwag ho tayong matakot at patuloy ho nating suportahan ang ating mga tagapaglaban na katulad ni Ka Eric.
Thank you,
Dahil
sir.
hindi ho madali ang buhay ng pakikipaglaban sa mga nasa pwesto ngayon. Kung sino may nakaranas at nakakilala sa kanila, hindi ho patas lumaban itong mga ito. Mag-ingat ho tayo, pero ang napaka-importante ho sa lahat, hindi katulad noon na kailangan namin magsunod ng mga gulong para marinig lang kami. Meron na ho tayong social media. Gawin ho natin yung magagawa natin para maipaalam natin yung suporta natin sa inang bayan. Yun ho, ang napaka-importante ho ngayon. Bawat isa ho sa atin ay merong malaking contribution na maibibigay. So, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at ipagpatuloy ho natin yung ating pagkakaisa. Hindi lang ho dito sa pagsasama-sama natin na pisikal. Magkaisa ho tayo sa social media dahil yun ang labanan. But more importantly, nakikita ko yung pagkakaisa dahil sa ating pananampalataya. Hindi ho natin kakayanin ito ng tayo-tayo lang. We need the divine guidance at saka tulong. So prayer can move mountains. It's very important that we must pray. Sabi nga na ni Jesus Christ, there are things that we cannot fight by just regular prayer. We have to practice fasting. We have to practice yung prayer na that can knock the gates of heaven. Yun ang kailangan natin. Because this is between evil and good. This is beyond politics. Nakita mo natin yung mahal natin na dating Pangulo, yung mahal natin na pastor. Nasa kulungan ho. So, let's continue with this fight with prayers. Maraming salamat po.
Ayun! Malinaw ang mensahe ni Brother Joel. Alam niyo si Ka Eric po,
Si Mercy?
Ma'am Milot, ngayon ko lang nalaman, no? Although hindi siya officially diagnosed, mayroon yata akong OCD, Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. Hindi ako mapakalimot sa entablado, I need to go near the audience. Kaya bumaba ako sa entablado, pero mabalik na mamaya. Kasi gusto ko maka-interact kayo. Ma'am Milot,
Kay Eric, hindi ko kayo nag-iisa.
Yes.
Ako naman, hindi ako mapakali. Ang tawag sa ako, Milot daw ko. Milot, ang ubat, yung daw kong kukiring. Hindi ako masakpan. Ako
kaya
ba
mag-practice muna tayo before ang next speaker. Habang ihanda natin ang isang guest speaker natin na dumalo dito, we have to make the voices reverberate all throughout America, including papunta sa Pilipinas. Kaya samahan niyo si Ka Eric at si Milot dito sa practice that we want to send the message na hindi tayo pwedeng manahimik at hindi pwede mangibabaw ang isang evil regime na ang layunin ay supilin ang mamamayan, sirain ang bayan at manatili sa poder kagaya ng ginawa ng kanyang tatay na kinontrol nila ang poder at kapangyarihan. Mamilot, practice mo na ito ha.
Okay ko, Kay Eric.
So, sundan nyo na si Ka Eric, no? Just repeat after the chanting. Bayan, bayan, bayan ko,
Bayan, bayan, bayan ko.
Di patapos ang laban mo.
Di patapos ang laban mo.
Gobyernong manloloko.
Gobyernong manloloko.
Labanan mo, itakwil mo.
Labanan mo, itakwil mo.
More determined. GND, green and determined. Green and determined. Go. Bayan, bayan, bayan ko.
Bayan, bayan, bayan ko.
Di patapos ang laban mo.
Di patapos ang laban mo.
Gobyernong manloloko.
Gobyernong manloloko.
Labanan mo, itakwil mo.
Labanan mo, itakwil mo.
Lumalakas, lumalawak, lumalaban. Lumalakas, lumalawak, lumalaban. Lumalakas, lumalawak, lumalaban. Yan ang boses ng mga Pilipino, mamilot. All over America, all over the world, dumadagundong pabalik sa Pilipinas, napupukaw ang damdamin ng mga Pilipinong nagmamahal sa inang bayan.
Tamang-tama po. Ikaw ka, Eric. Walang takot. Masyadong maisog.
Ayun, very good. Okay, we will have, before po siya na ba? Oh, mama yun. Okay.
No, si Midnight Stalker.
Okay, may substitution. Parang basketball ah.
Oh.
Ayun siya.
Pero pagkatapos ang atong iilo.
Pareho mo na siya.
The next speaker, Kuya Eric.
Ang susunod na magbibigay ng pakikipagkaisa mula dito sa hanay ng persecuted for 16 days hindi lumuhod. Subalit sila ay nanindigan. Kasama ang dakilang pastor na kaibigan ni Tatay Digong from the Message of Kingdom of Jesus Christ at ng kanilang mga full-time church workers. Magre-represent si Ma'am
Mercy Saika.
Mercy Cover. Sige ma'am, take the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nandito kami on behalf of my mga kasamahan sa KOJC. New York. Nandito kami para supportahan yung, alam niyo na nangyari sa aming beloved pastor. Andun siya, nakulong, na walang kasalanan. So we're here to support him. And especially the PDP Laban. Don't stray! PDP Laban!
Let's go, Pinipilaban!
Yes, kung gusto natin na bagong Pilipinas, talaga, straight PDP Laban. And ito lang sabi ko na at saka parang hindi mas maikli si Sara Duterte. Amen. Praise the Father.
Tama.
Mga samahan, gusto lang tayo maisog sa lulay. So, yan ang masabi ko. Thank you so much.
Okay, samahan mo ako dito sa panawagan. PDP Laban! Straight, straight, straight! PDP Laban! Straight, straight, straight! PDP Laban! Straight, straight, straight! Siyempre ang pinakasikat na panawagan, hindi mawawala. Duterte! 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 Ayun! Ma'am Minot, take it away. Thank you, Ma'am Mercy. From our brothers and sisters from Kingdom of Jesus Christ.
Huwag kalimutan ni Pastor Apollo C.
Of course, of course.
Senator.
Okay, ma'am, take it away. Ito na maging cruise.
Ginigugay niyo yan.
Dagdagan ko lang.
Ladies and gentlemen, narinig ko lang siya na is very famous wherever we are. Kasi in the past, for dalawang successive events na ng ating grupo, andun siya palagi. It is very rare that he is with us. Ladies and gentlemen, let us have our next speaker. Midnight, 1, 2, 3.
Brother! Thank you so much.
God, I love you guys. I had this whole thing I was going to come here and say, and I had kind of, well, actually I don't really plan much, but I kind of planned some bullet points. And I don't, obviously, I can't speak your language, so you might have already talked about this, but I woke up in the morning and I saw, and I get very emotional about this, but I saw a horrific event that happened 3,000 miles away in Vancouver. There was a
celebration that was happening over there, and many people have lost their lives. So I want to make sure that we send our love to Canada, we send our love to Vancouver, we send our love to the innocent people, I believe of Filipino background, that lost their lives last night. I would hope and pray that this was an accident. As someone that's been doing this a very long time, I don't believe in coincidences. And with what's happening in your motherland right now, the story will unfold. But in the meantime, we're sending our love and our thoughts and our prayers to all the people over there in Canada. And may our Lord and our Savior be looking down upon all the families and shedding His light on all of them. So that's the first thing I want to say. But with that said, I just want to continue saying thank you for letting me involved in this campaign. Thank you for letting me be part of this journey. I still reflect on the first video that I put out where I thought that, oh my God, what a great thing. They finally got Rodrigo Duterte, because all the fake news and the fake media, all they do is tell us over here that you guys didn't support him and that you guys didn't love him. And he is just a bad person in the Philippines, and everybody's praying and thanking God that he has been to the ICC, and thank God that he's been taken. And I gotta tell you, I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people from the Philippines completely fact-checking me and asked me to do my research and asked me to find out who exactly Rodrigo Duterte is. And I continue to go on my own journey and my own research, and I have to tell you, the love and the devotion that the people of the Philippines has for this man is absolutely second to none. And I gotta tell you, I applaud all of you for sticking behind your president, for sticking behind your friend, for staying behind a man that you call your father, your dad, your loved one, somebody that is absolutely looks like, as I can see, took care of the mommies, the daddies, the children, the babies, the loved ones, the elderly, the sick, the vulnerable, and said, we cannot have this small majority hurting my family, my brothers in the Philippines, and we are going to have to wage the war on drugs, because if we don't, more innocent people will continue to lose their lives, and that we can't stand for anymore. So again, I have to tell you, and I left a clear message to our president and a clear message to the ICC, that if you can't bring Rodrigo Duterte back to the Philippines, I can tell you with open arms, we will take him here to America, because we have a lot of cleaning up to do ourselves, as fentanyl is raging through all of our states, taking the lives of many, many of our children. And I always said, it always has been, and always will be about the children and about the kids. They are our future, and as mommies and daddies here, we have to continue to set good examples so they don't go through the bullying, the racism, the fight against drugs, and they have every opportunity to be happy here in the United States of America, which they also have, they should have the opportunity to be happy and live full, incredible lives over in the Philippines. So once again, thank you for having me here. Thank you for letting me be part of your lives. And I will do everything I can to use my platform, use my voice, to stand up, for your community, for the Philippines, and to make sure to keep educating people here in the United States of America what is happening to your friend thousands and thousands of miles away. And thank you again. I appreciate it. Oh, and one other thing, you have a beautiful voice, and thank you so much for that incredible
As a token of appreciation for his solidarity to the Filipino cause for good governance against tyranny and oppression of the current regime in the Philippines, and for his appreciation of the very strong legacy and foundation of good governance of President Rodrigo Duterte. As a token of appreciation from the Filipino patriots in America, please accept this Duterte Legacy Journal. And everybody, please clap our hands.
Thank you so much for loving the Filipinos, especially to our beloved Tatay Digong, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the best president.
Maraming salamat.
That's for you. You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Midnight 1, 2, 3.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
Our brother is Midnight 1, 2, 3, not Midnight 3.
Mabuhay si Midnight 1, 2, 3! Mabuhay! Maraming salamat, Midnight 1, 2, 3. He is the brightest midnight that I've ever seen. Diba na? Okay, Ika Eric?
Pamilot,
Yes po!
kung mapapansin ninyo, si Midnight 1, 2, 3, kapag tumayo kasama si Ka Eric, there is planetary alignment.
Even I understood that.
When the stars align,
Yes.
there is a purpose for that. That means change will come in the Philippines. Okay.
Pala may bagong stars sa program.
Okay, anong sunod natin, Manila?
Okay, another speaker.
Sino?
Ka Eric.
Ay,
Oh, ito.
isusunod na natin.
Ito.
Ito po ay isa sa mga nagkaroon ng malakas ang loob na sa gitna ng lamig, alas 6 ng umaga, nagbitbit ng generator set.
Grabe.
Ang problema lang, Mamilot, ito ay fuel by gasoline, hindi pinayagan ng New York Police. Kaya hindi natin nagamit.
Grabe.
Pero-
Alam tayo sa buntag.
Yes, ang initiative niya
Bugnaw kayo.
ay nag-uumapaw kagaya nyo tinitiis yung lamig ng hangin. Walang iba, kundi ang tagapangalawang Pangulo ng Patriotic Filipinos in USA, si Brother Bong.
Pinipilaban.
Sorry. At the same time, PDP Laban, New York Coordinator.
Yep.
Brother Bong Alerta.
Wow!
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat.
Pogi! Mabuhay ka po.
Maayong hapon sa tanan. Ako si Pong Alerta. As I always introduce myself, isa po akong volunteer para kay Tatay Digong. Isa po akong volunteer ng Patriotic Filipinos.
Grabe! Oh, walang kupas. Grabe. Grabe.
Dumating ako sa Amerika since 2001.
Yes.
And I started joining politics in New York area in 2010. Okay. Lugay-lugay na. May nanalo rin, may natalo rin. Ngunit patuloy pa rin akong nagboboluntaryo dito sa New York area. Nang manalo si Tatay Digong, right after Tatay Digong, I decided, siguro 2-3 years na lang, uwi na ako ng Pilipinas. Sabi ko, sige, kung i-kampanya ko si Sara, then I was really ready to go home. Pero ang nangyari, nagkaroon na tayo ng isang bangag na presidente. Wala. Ubos ang tiwala ko sa gobyerno sa Pilipinas. Pati lahat, PhilHealth, wala. Every month ako nagbabayad ng PhilHealth. Akala ko, makatulong to sa akin pag-uwi ko. Ngunit, ngayon hanggang drawing na lang. Mabuti pa yung mabuti pa yung rating ng ating Pangulo, 25%. Pero yung bigas, hindi pa rin umaabot ng 20%. 20 pesos na lang daw sa Visayas.
By TUAB.
Naku po,
Abo.
ang Pilipino
Naku,
pa ay
baho.
sa Visayas lang. So, punta na tayo lahat sa Visayas. Okay? So ngayon, tinawagan ako na let us punta tayo sa PDP Laban. 2016, nag-volunteer din po ako sa PDP Laban. Ngayon, tinawagan naman ako uli kasama ni Mama Bunch na babalik na naman tayo sa PDP Laban. Okay, so nandito tayo ngayon. 10 ang hinihingi ng PDP Laban. Ngunit may 2 na kailangan na kayo na mismo ang magdesisyon. Hindi namin sasabihin sa inyo kung sino ilalagay nyo. Basta straight yung PDP. Bahala na kayo sa 2. Pero wag na wag ninyong iwanan as blank kasi marami tayong problema sa eleksyon. This is the first time na may eleksyon sa pamamagitan na lamang ng online. Magkakaroon tayo ng malaking problema right after election. Nakikita na natin na tayong mga OFW ay dadayain ngayong darating na eleksyon. Sino ba ang nakapagpanalo kay Tatay Digong? Kundi ba tayong mga OFW? Yes! So ngayon, may malaking plano sila na dadayain tayo ngayong darating na eleksyon. Anong gagawin natin? Una, dapat may ebidensya tayo. Huwag tayong panay post na ganito nangyari. Ngunit wala kayong ebidensya. Pero huwag niyong dapat ilagay yung ebidensya niyo sa internet sa pagboto ninyo kasi bawal yon. Pero pag panahon na tayo ay magkaroon ng panahon na magsampa ng kaso laban sa COMELEC, then marami tayong ebidensya. Okay? So, ito lang ang panawagan ko sa lahat ng mga OFW nandito sa Northeast. Dapat mapagmatyag tayo sa darating na eleksyon. Kasi talagang dadayain tayo pag dapat tayong kumilos para sa darating na eleksyon. At maraming salamat po.
Okay, tapo. Magkakaroon tayo mamaya ng symbolic solidarity. Before we end, pakibilisin na natin ang program kasi malamig na. At kayo may mga pupuntahan pa. Mamilot, Bert, sino sunod? Okay, we have the next speaker. Tawagan tayo ng aming microphone. Tawagin na natin.
Eric, ito na ako. Sorry, sideline pa me.
Sideline pa. May nagtatanong sa kanya, magkano kutsinta?
Ako po nakakita, boy. Hindi talaga yung puto niya. Win ka. Eric, ang susunod ko natin, speaker. Nandito na kaya siya? Nandito na. Hindi siya nakita.
Siya naman noon ay Midnight 123. Ito naman ay Sunrise 321.
I love that! Sunrise 321 na ngayon ang bago mong pangalan, amigo ko. Ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker is ang pinakakuskan sa BISDAQ.
New York.
Wala na binaw. Ako na lang sa bali-balian eh. Ano na tayo? BISDAQ for Duterte. Archel Dario! Archel, guys. Sorry na Archel na ako.
Sunrise 321.
Archel, kanina rin ka na.
Mahuli na to. Ano man? Hindi na ko matungtungan kay murag taas-taas mo ng statement. Magandang hapon. Actually, may statement ang BISDAQ New York for Duterte. Ako pala kayo nun. Okay. Tatay Digong. Test. Mic testing. Okay. We choose to defend Tatay Digong because he led with courage, fought for the safety and dignity for every Filipino, and put the nation's and put the nation in interests above all else. His leadership brought real change, and we stand by him because he truly deserved the people with heart and strength. Tatay Digong did what no other presidents dared. He faced all the insurgents head on and fought for lasting peace. The Dutertes stood for the nation, and now we stand and fight for them. Tatay Digong gave us peace. We give him loyalty. The Dutertes are not Filipinos for nothing. And we Filipinos, we are not Filipinos for nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Wala to. Yun na yun. All I can say is bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. Shout out to Bizdax, New York for Duterte. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Argel. Nawawala na ang microphone. Ang sound ng microphone nawawala na. I know you're enduring itong pananigdahanin. Bibilisan na natin. Everybody please stand up. We will call on the youth group and leaders ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Isabella and Brother Abel. Yeah, you can get up to the stage.
Yay! Wala ba kayong mga kamay dyan? Yay! Salamat!
Please come closer,
Come
please.
closer, please.
Wala stop now.
Dahil pa-sweet-sweet sa kantanan. Paduol mo, paduol. Paduol.
So, my brothers and sisters, and for our to what just happened in Vancouver earlier, this I think last night in Vancouver, there's something that happened, like an incident that there are like 515 casualties and nine died
because of the
festival, the Lapu-Lapu festival that was held in Vancouver. And then earlier this morning, there was like a driver that drove over the streets, and there were like 15 casualties and 9 died for what just that incident that happened.
May we request everybody to please in prayer through silence 30 seconds. Let us bow down our heads and in silent prayer for solidarity sa ating mga kababayan na namatay po sa Vancouver. Hindi po ito magandang balita, nakakalungkot, nakakadurog ng puso. May mga batang namatay, mga kapwa Pilipino natin na nagkakaroon ng celebrations sa Vancouver. So please, for 30 seconds, join us for the prayer in silence for the repose of the souls of those who perished in this very brutal incident na nangyari sa Vancouver, Canada.
So while we are all gathered here together in the moment of silence, let us welcome the presence of the Lord here with us today to reflect on the goodness that He has poured upon each and every single one of us gathered here today. Let us reflect on the message of this song, Goodness of God, as I sing. For your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up till I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your voice, you have led me through the fire in the darkest nights. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. 'Cause your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. 'Cause your goodness is running after, it's running after me. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Yes, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of
Thank you very much, everybody. Please, towards the end of the program, we would like also to acknowledge some representatives of Guardians International. Na nandito rin po. And mayroon pa bang solidarity message? Ah, sige, ito na.
Now you may take your seats. Pero kung meron kayong upuan, pag wala, mangyaka na punta sa pambanig. We have our picnic mats waiting for you all guys. Hey! And now, grabe makahilak ng punta, diba? Salamat sa pagpartisipar, pero you can have, ang nagulat ang atong mga banig. Ladies and gentlemen, kani, this is now the time that we have been waiting for. Daghan kay tag matutuhan ani, pero dili ako mo pila-ila niya. Natingala siguro mo man, naginusara na lang ko, nawala na akong pinakagwapong partner diri sa pagkaran. Asa na ka to siya? Anyway, karon, may I call in a lady. She's very brave, beautiful wife, and a woman, and a teacher, maestra, and a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, may I call in, mapailaila karon sa atong speaker of the house, speaker of the court, speaker of the park. Please help me welcome Weng Garana to introduce our speaker. Weng! Hello.
May hapon sa tanan. Mga kababayan, esteemed guest, we have a real treat for you today. But I guess you already know. It is my distinct honor to introduce to you a man whose life journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. He is someone who has traversed vastly different worlds, bringing with him a wealth of experience and a unique perspective. Our speaker today needs no introduction, yet the complexity and breadth of his life and experience may still surprise us. His early years were marked by the exceptional academic achievements, graduating twice as valedictorian in both elementary and high school. His dedication to intellectual growth continued at West Visayas State University, where his name frequently appeared on the dance list. He was a campus writer, student leader, a community organizer, highlighting his commitment to excellence. However, his path took a dramatic turn. For 2 decades, he was deeply engaged with the CPP-NPA-NDF in Western Visayas, playing a key role as a cadre and operative within the CPP Regional Urban Party Committee on Panay Island. His expertise grew extensively in both rural and urban revolutionary operations, ultimately leading to his deployment with the elite National Intelligence Unit of the NPA National Operations Command, directly overseen by the CPP Central Committee National Military Commission. His journey with the CPP-NPA-NDF took a transformative path when he re-entered mainstream society, where he earned a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science and is presently advancing his education with a master's degree in public governance. His intellectual rigor and commitment are further validated by his impressive achievement as a top passer of the Career Civil Service Eligibility Level 2. Today, as many knew him, he channels his profound experiences and insights into supporting the Philippine government's anti-insurgency and counter-terrorism efforts, serving as a resource person and providing critical research support. He continues to shape our collective understanding and vision of peace, security, and good governance. Ladies and gentlemen, Laban Kasama ang Bayan. Let us warm welcome Ka Eric.
Maraming salamat. It was a very wonderful and very kind introduction from Ma'am Weng. I will not go very long sa aking pagpapahayag. Thank you, Ma'am Weng. There is no ka-Eric if there was no President Duterte na umupo bilang Pangulo ng Bansa. There was no and there is no ka-Eric without Pastor Kibuloy. Silang dalawa po ang kinikilala ko na nagbigay ng pagkakataon na ako po'y magtiwala muli sa gobyerno. At iniwan ko ang landas na puno ng karahasan, dugo, pagpatay, at mga hatred against government. Nagtiwala ako na magiging matino ang gobyerno natin na nagkaroon ng isang Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Sa pamamagitan po niya, inialay ko ang aking angking talino hindi para wasakin ang lipunan, kundi para patatagin ang kapayapaan at maging matino ang ating pamahalaan. The insurgency or extreme radicalism can only thrive and survive when the government fails the people. Kapag ang gobyerno ay hindi naglingkod sa tao, nabubuhay ang insurgency. Yan ang dahilan kung bakit nang si Rodrigo Duterte naging Pangulo, he requested us na kung pwede maghanap ng solusyon para tapusin na ang mahigit 50 taon na problema ng communist terrorist insurgency sa Pilipinas. And aaminin ko sa inyo ngayon, dito sa New York, isa po ako sa nagsulat at bumuo ng National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict na ginawang Executive Order number 70 ni Pangulong Duterte. He believed in us, hindi lang po ako. Kasama ko po ang iba po mga kadre. Apat kami, ako naging team leader. At para sa kaalaman ng lahat, hindi po nabuo ang NPF-LCAC kung hindi nagtiwala si Rodrigo Duterte sa mga kagaya namin. Kasama ko rin po bumuo nito ng NPF-LCAC na nagturog sa communist terrorism. Ang mga kagaya po ni, ito po sasalamatan ko sa harap ninyo, General Hermogenes Esperon, maging National Security Advisor, National Director General ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, Alex Monteagudo from Davao. General Monteagudo. Number 3, baka kayo ay masurpresa, subalit totoo po ng pagmamahal niya lagpas pa sa mga Pangulo. Ang pangalan niya, General Eduardo Anyo. Isa siya sa bumuo ng NPF-LCAC. Of course, it's another story now. Number 4, Allen Capuyan. At number 5, si General Lorenzana, Defense Secretary, and then si Ka-Eric. Yun po ang team na bumuo ng National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. Pero wala po lahat yun kung wala at hindi pinirmahan at pinunduhan at pinagkatiwalaan ni Pangulong Duterte na yun ang tamang formula. Sapagkat kung hindi po yun nangyari, muntik nang pumirma si Pangulong Duterte ng isang kasunduan na uuwi si Choma Sison mula sa Netherlands at magkakaroon daw ng pangmatagalang ceasefire at ang mga NPA tutulong daw sa rural reconstruction at ang mga sundalo at polis balik sa barracks. Ang tawag noon ay IPA, Interim Peace Agreement, na backdoor na nilakad. Hindi ko na babanggitin ang pangalan niya kasi nasa kay Tatay Digong pa siya. Pero pinuna siya ni Tatay Digong. Bebot ang palaya. Huwag yung tuntungan. At sina Nani Braganza. Yun, backdoor, pumasok sila doon sa Netherlands. Pinapirmahan nila sa anak kay Tatay Digong ang interim peace agreement, pero nang binasa ni Tatay Digong, nagdududa siya, kaya pinatawag ako sa Davao. At pinagawan sa akin ng critical analysis ang 5-page document na nag-leak bago pirmahan. Nakita ko kagad. gumawa ako ng critical analysis and true enough, si Tatay Digong ay nagkukonsulta sa mga security sector, pinatawag ang command conference at diniscuss ang critical analysis na yun. At kung kaya nabuo sa kanyang desisyon ang National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. At ngayon siya pang pinatapon nitong walang utang na loob at walang utak na si Marcos na walang nagawang mabuti sa bansa, ni kalingkingan ni Rodrigo Duterte. Wala. Subalit siya pa ang naging dahilan para ipatapon at iligal na iditini si Rodrigo Duterte. Walang utang na loob ang kanyang tatay. Pinanindigan ni Rodrigo Duterte na may palibing sa libingan ng mga bayani na walang nakagawa ni isang Pangulo. Hindi lang po nagtagumpay si Rodrigo Duterte kung walang tulong si Pastor Kibuloy for 5 years. Libre ang programang Laban Kasamang Bayan. At araw-araw nating ibinubulgar kung ano ang problema sa communist terrorism. Walang bayad at libre. Ano nangyari kay Pastor Kibuloy? Ipinakulong din. Walang saysay. Wala sa katinuan ang gobyerno na nasa Pilipinas. The main problem in the Philippines right now is failure of governance. And the only solution to that ay dalawa. Magkaroon tayo ng solid victory sa senatorial election at magkakaroon ng pagbabago by 2028 kung makakapag-antay pa tayo. Second, walang ibang solusyon na mapalaya si Marcos sa kanyang kapangyarihan ngayon kung hindi magkakaroon ng people power para mapilitan ang armed forces of the Philippines to withdraw support from the Commander-in-Chief. Hindi gagalaw ang AFP kapag hindi magkaroon ng people power. Otherwise, patungo tayo sa pagkalubog ng buong bansa. Our country right now is into the grip of darkness. Kinagapos ng kadiliman ang bansang Pilipinas dahil sa failure of governance. And the only solution is for us to keep on speaking up the truth and to stand with courage. Kailangan natin maging matatag at ako'y nagpapasalamat na kayo'y bagamat okay na kahit papano dito sa buhay ninyo sa Estados Unidos. Bagamat hindi naman libre, pinaghihirapan nyo ang inyong comfort of life here. Pero kung ikukumpara sa dinaranas na kahirapan at bigatin ng mga mamamayang Pilipino, mas lalo po kayong gaganahan na magsalita at manindigan even if you're living now in the United States of America, sapagkat hindi na po tama ang nagaganap sa ating bansa. Sobra-sobra po. Ang korupsyon can be described as monumental, systematic, total restoration of corruption. Araw-araw na ginawa ng Diyos, nilulustay ang kaban ng bayan. Walang humpay na pangungurakot kaliwat kanan at baliwala lang kay Marcos. Ang bansang Pilipinas ay lulubog na kung magpapatuloy pa ang gobyerno ni Marcos. Are we calling for revolution? No. We're calling for reform. Are we calling for subversion and sedition? No. We're calling for transformation. We're calling for change of leadership in peaceful but strong sovereign action of the people. At yan ay magaganap, kaya pinapanawagan ko po kayo, habang ninanamnam nyo ang natitira pang masarap na dinuguan, pares ang puto, lumapit po kayo mga kababayan, at tayo'y aawit ng awitin na magbibigay buhay at inspirasyon sa ating panawagan. Lapit po kayo at may announcement tayo sa mga balota mamaya before kayo umalis. By the way, sa tanong ni Brother Joel, ilan ba ang pwedeng iboto sa party list? Isa lang po. Pag overvoting, ma-invalidate ang boto sa party list. Sa Senado, pwede mo 12 pababa. Pwede undervoting. Huwag lang mag-overvoting. Okay? So, Lahat po, kung pwede mahawakan natin ang bandera, mga flaglets ng Philippine flag. Samahan niyo si Ka Eric. And then may konting announcement lang. Sapagkat alam ko po na mahalaga ang bawat oras ng bawat isa sa atin na nandito. So please everybody come closer. Samahan niyo si Ka Eric na awitin natin ang dalawang awitin na medyo pamilyar sa atin. It's not about the voice, but it's about the message of the song.
Yes!
Kahit sarap mabuhay sa sariling bayan, kung walang alipin at may kalayaan, ang bayan sinisiil, bukas ay babangon din, ang silang ay pupula sa tinyas ng paglaya. Ibon mang may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umibiglas, bayan pa kayang sakdal dilag, ang himag na sang nakaalpas. Pilipinas kung inutya, bugat ng luha at dalita, aming adhika, makita kang sakdalaya. Ibon may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak, bayan pa kayang sakdal dilag, ang timag na sang makaalpas. Pilipinas kung inutya, bugat ng luha at dalita, ating adhika, makita kang sakdalaya. Alam ko po na kayo'y nasa Estados Unidos na, medyo may katagalan na, pero alam kong mahal niyo pa rin po. Kagaya ko ang lupang tinubuan kung saan nakaugat ang ating lubong lahat. Allow me to give these lines of the favorite song ng aking asawa. Ginamit ko ito sa isang pelikula. I will not sing the entire song. Aling pag-ibig pang higit kaya? Kung ang gintong palay ay kumakaway, katabi mo ako sa bukid bayan ko. Kung di ka ang lupa at di ka makaluha, ako ang magdidilig. Kung ang bulaklak ay humahalimuyak, igagawa kita ng kwentas bayan ko. Kung nananalanta ang bagyo't sigwa, ako'y may kubong ligtas. May pag-ibig pa bang higit na dakila sa pag-ibig ko sa'yo, bayan ko? Wala na nga wala, wala na nga wala. Mabuhay ang sambayan ng Pilipino. Magtatagumpay tayo, siyak ang daloy ng kasaysayan. And we will close our program with a prayer from the Kingdom of Jesus Christ.
Kuya Eric at Eric?
Mayroon pa lang.
Meron pa.
Prayer na lang, and then we can now go on our ways with God's guidance and wisdom and protection to be with you.
Eric, if we have, sabi ko na Madam Eileen, kung meron po ba ng open phone?
Medyo malaki.
Palagi na ako natin.
I will be back if hindi pa po harangin sa immigration line, Canada and US. I will be back by May 18. Mag-schedule tayo na medyo maganda ng weather. But if haharangin ako sa Canada, kagaya na ginawa kay Harry Roque, I will declare asylum on airport. Pero kung ipapauwi ako sa Pilipinas, pray for me that I will survive. If I will be deported from Toronto airport. But I will go inside Canada. Vancouver and Toronto. Dalawang malalaking pagkilos ninyo. But there is a danger for me to be deported directly sa Pilipinas because the NBI right now is trying to impose the arrest order of Congress against me, Lorin Badoy, and Sas Orlando Sasso, tatlo kami. And so there is a possibility that I will be arrested at the airport if Canada will cooperate. And then I will be sent back to the Philippines. Kung mabubuhay ako, pamumunuan ko.
We're gonna pray for that, Kyrie. We're gonna pray for that,
And dahil po ako, nag-decide ako if I will be deported from Toronto or even dyan sa New York airport and sent back to the Philippines, pray for me. And if I will survive
We will
prison,
pray for you.
I will go on to the
Surely.
street again. Within the Isara na. Yeah.
Why would you take that risk when you're safe here? There's a lot. Wait a second. There's a lot of Filipinos in Canada that speak for you. Why would you take that risk to go there? Why?
Because I decided to give it a shot to test the authority of the Philippines if they can impose via illegal ways. Because the only way for me to get taken out from the US or Canada, you're right, is through the process of extradition. The authorities of the government, whether arrest order by court or arrest order by Congress, will pass through the extradition authority, which will come through the US State Department and then the US government to approve, or in Canada the same. So the reason for that is gusto ko talagang bumalik sa Pilipinas para sumama sa mga pagkilos.
Okay. Yes, sandali
Gusto
lang.
ko talagang bumalik.
You don't really fear like getting deported to the Philippines, right?
Ready ako doon.
Okay. I would like also to answer that question. Bakit we are sharing Eric anywhere in the US and Canada? So, we went to different states to i-share kung ano talaga ang nangyayari sa ating bayan ngayon. So, he is parang tinataya niya ang kanyang kalayaan if ever may mangyari man sa Canada, but we are sharing, he is sharing his thoughts kung ano ang talagang mga totoong mga pangyari sa Pilipinas.
Thank you,
Okay?
Paul. Don't worry. Decided akong umuwi kung hindi man ngayon after elections para tumulong kay Inday Sara. Inday Sara and the people need to have leaders who can brave the storm in the country. And I volunteer myself.
I fear for your life, man, because the husband of Cory Aquino, right? We know the story of
Ninoy.
Ninoy Aquino, right? I so fear that fate could happen to you.
That can be possible.
Yeah, it's possible, and I don't want that to happen to you. So, you still didn't answer my question though.
I decided
Why
really.
do you risk going to Canada with knowing that one of the consequences would be you getting deported to the Philippines, and consequently, you could face the same fate as Ninoy Aquino?
Because when fear overcomes every Filipino, kawawa ang bayan. So I think there must be some level of awakening for the people. Ang nangyari kay Tatay Digong is something hindi sila nayanigan. We only were able to deliver 3,000 less na tao para pigilan sana ang illegal abduction kay Tatay Digong. We need to awaken the people, and I think the battlefront needs ground commanders to join them. But that is a big risk. I did not consult my family about that. I just decided today that if I will be deported in Canada, so be it. But that's a risk. But if I will not be deported, I'll get back in New York.
Come on.
Yes.
A few months ago,
Yeah, that's correct. Kagaya din sa Supreme Court sa Pilipinas, natutulog na. Everybody seems to be afraid of the powers.
Okay.
But I hope you understand that our people need leaders that can brave the storm.
Okay. Okay. Sandali lang po. We would like also to thank the KOJC for sa lahat po ng mga biyahe, mga speaking engagement with Ka-Eric. KOJC is always supporting us. So, but
I just want to say something,
Okay, you guys say
Ka-Eric.
something. Go ahead.
You can do, coming from us,
Alam niyo naman ano nangyari kang pastor. But you can do more alive than if you will go home. So, be well and be alive. Kasi you can do more actually. You can do more when you are here. Yun lang naman.
I hope our people do not look at me as inabandon ako sila dahil
No.
umalis sa court.
Hindi.
Yun ang kargo ko ngayon eh.
Kasi alam ng people kung ano yung pinaglalaban niyo ka, Eric.
Sa personal life,
Maraming Pilipino din dito. Maraming Pilipino sa ibang bansa.
gusto ko lang po ipapalam sa inyo in personal life. Eric has 3 kids. Everyone is in college. So alam niyo na kung anong problema doon. Okay? So that is not a secret. Kahit sabihin niyo, that is not a secret. And alam niyo na kapag may 3 kayong college. Okay? So hindi ko na sasabihin sa inyo kung anong gagawin niyo. Alright? So Eric is very thankful for all, sa lahat ng mga Pilipino na sumusuporta sa kanya. At patuloy na sumusuporta sa, we will get more, 2 more questions and then we have to go for the next.
Actually, nalulungkot ako na nandito ako. Not because na hindi ko gusto ang Amerikano. I like this place. Pero nalulungkot ako kung anong nangyayari sa Pilipinas. Nakakalungkot ako. Durog talaga ang mga puso natin. And many are saying na ba't ka umalis? Because ilan lang po talaga ang may lakas ng loob ngayon doon na magsalita. In public, lahat po kinakasuhan, tinatakot, pinupuli, at pwede nga pong I am up for assassination by the NPA. That is true. And that is true. Yeah, pag-isipan ko siya after this, I thank you Ma'am Muriela for the advice and for your concern. Siguro I have to re-evaluate lang kasi magprangka ako na po konsensya akong umalis. Ayaw ko talagang umalis. Kasi nga, Sara Duterte is all by herself na. Lahat halos natatakot at umiilag na manindigan kasama sila. Dahil nga, you will burn into the bridges of hell under Marcos. Susunugin ka talaga nila. Yun talagang ginagawa nila. Evil regime ito. Talagang.
The greatest fear is this, right? The plan of BBM administration is to really bring down price at 20 per kilo, right? Because it's the election time.
Yeah.
Ang daming Pilipino na nadadala sa ganun. Yung hindi na nagdala na nabubulol sila. So you're gonna do it. 20 kilos ang price for the election.
Yeah.
After that, tataas na naman.
Agree.
Yun ang kinakatakot ko sa mga kurama sa mga level of moral na talagang niluluto lang sila. Like,
Pagbalik ko mag-forum tayo, hope that we can have another forum for that. At sa tingin ko, it deserves discussion about it. Joel.
Thank you. Ay, ramdam ko yung concern nila, no, at naintindihan ko. And they have a point. Kasi po, you have a big voice for the Filipinos. We need you alive. Now, I've been here for many years. I'm a conservative Christian. And I follow the politics here. The liberal politics here and liberal politics in the Philippines plays the same playbook. They're never gonna be fair. You're never gonna be safe there. What good are you gonna be to the Filipinos if you are no longer able to speak? Now, what I'm trying to say, hindi na bago sa atin ito. The CIA is behind most of the regime change. The liberal politics in the Philippines was run by the CIA. The good thing is, I think the old guard CIA is no longer in operation. We have to understand that. Now, we cannot fight this all by ourselves. We need the international community.
I agree to that.
That's what we need to do now. Magtapang-tapangan man tayo, we can do that. But these people have more bullets and money than any one of us here. So we have to play strategically. We have to fight wisely. Yung katapangan, oh good, nandyan ho tayo. But we have to be careful dahil especially you, napakalaking bagay, yung existence nyo, yung knowledge ninyo, yung involvement ninyo sa politics. That's why we are behind you. I would not want you to go to Canada because Canada is liberal land. Trudeau is gone. The person who took over him is twice as worse as him. Now, your purpose, you said that if you're gonna go there, you're testing the Philippines to use the illegal ways to extradite you. And they will. Now, the other thing is that these people don't mind killing somebody. We cannot take that risk. So, I think if you will reconsider your plans, think about it deeply. You'll be safer here.
Ka-Eric! 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 We want you here! We want Ka-Eric here!
Tawagan natin ang Canada, Vancouver, and Toronto organizers if I will reconsider tonight that I'll not be getting into Canada again. Sige, I'll think it again. I have not yet talked to my wife and to my family about my plan to cross border and then if deported, go back to the Philippines. I will reconsider.
Stay, Ka-Eric! We want you! We want you! We want you here!
Salamat. Nakakatabang puso. Very inspiring. And I will think about it.
Please!
And then I will call on the KOGC to lead the prayer.
Ka-Eric, hindi pa po!
Sorry, John.
Brother Aljon!
Salamat,
Wala,
salamat.
patrilit ka talaga,
Last
ha?
na to, last na.
Hindi pa, okay lang, Ka-Eric. Basta, we want you here. Basta promise kayo, we will have Ka-Eric! Okay, Ka-Eric, you've got that. Yay! Don't forget now, Ibanaw Party List! Ibanaw Party List! Number 18 of Ka-Eric. That's Ka-Eric. Okay? Now, may we call... kanina pa ito. Kaya si Brother Aljon medyo natatagalan kasi she has a request, special request. May we call in the Program Committee Chair, Mrs. Eileen Marilyn Emperado. Ito naman, the behind the stage lady. Take the stage.
Magandang hapon sa lahat. Good afternoon. Unang-una, this is not a closing remarks, but it's just a recap. So, maraming salamat unang-una sa nag-organize ng rally na ito. PDP Laban International, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Patriotic Filipinos USA, KOJC, ang aming minamahal na grupo, ang Bisla for Duterte New York, Maisog, Hakbang ng Maisog Amerika, at saka sa mga dumalo from Connecticut, from other states, marami pong salamat. Mga taga New Jersey, I know we guardians from Cagayan de Oro, mga group of nurses here, I met them. Marami pa po, lahat tayo nagsakripisyo. We give all our resources. So, before ako mag-announce, yung mga working committees, they really work hard for it. Ito potluck, but they really spend time para po sa ating pagtitipon. So ang ano lang, lahat ng ginagawa natin, we continue to pray for peace. We continue to reconnect with kababayans with the same cause. But we have to rise and pray for the real change that we're hoping for. Okay, so ito lang, but all our efforts will be useless if we don't participate. Number one, this coming May 12 election. So, meron tayong dinidistribute ngayon na sample ballots. Diba? Sabi ni Tatay Digong, vote straight PDP Laban. Yun lang po. Otherwise, wala pong mangyayari sa atin. So, we will may sinend kami yung instructions on how to enroll and how to cast your vote. So May 7 is the last registration date. May 7. So, dapat gagawin natin para all our efforts will not go to waste. So, yun lang po. Tapos, after ho dito, meron pa tayo. We're gonna be singing, meron tayong cake, and we're gonna have a photo opportunity.
I hope we can
Okay?
take pictures.
Don't leave yet. We still have lots of food. Okay. Marami pong salamat.
Okay, thank you ha. Pwede
you,
mag-take home.
Eileen. Thank you
At
very much.
Ang final song ay Balutin Mo Ako.
Wag mo, kain ba muna tayo ba? Manihapon sa
Balutin. Okay, brother John from KOGs.
Okay, before natin balutin mga kapatid, mga kabayan, yung mga pagkain dyan, hiling ko po ang lahat na magtipon po muna tayo dito, no? It's a very important prayer because we will include Ka Eric in our prayer for today, mga kabayan. No?
Yes, Brother Arjun, yes.
Father will guide him.
Requesting everybody to please come closer.
Okay po, iniling ko ang
For our
lahat
prayer.
Iyo po ang ating mga ulo at tayo po ay pumikit at tayo po ay mag-alay ng pagpapasalamat sa Panginoon sa ating patagumpay po na pagtitipon ngayong hapon mga kabayan. Dakilang Ama na lumikha na lahat ng bagay, kami po ay punong-puno ng kagalakan sa araw na ito dahil malaya po naming naipahayag ang aming saloobin at naipaalam ang katotohanan patungkol sa totoong kalagayan ng aming mahal na inang bayan. Nagpapasalamat po kami dahil niloob po ninyo na kami po ay magkatipon kasama ng lahat ng mga Pilipinong tunay na nagmamahal sa aming bansang Pilipinas. Dito po sa New York, sa buong Amerika at sa buong Pilipinas. Kami po ay patuloy na naniniwala na kasamaan ay hindi mananaig. Umaasa ang katotohanan ay patuloy na yayanigin ang baluktot at hindi makatarungang pamahala ng kasalukuyang pamahalaan. Nagtitiwala na ngayong darating na halalan, may bagong pag-asang darating at nananalig na sa aming pagkakaisa, hindi posibleng ayusin ang Pilipinas for we are not Filipinos for nothing. Dinadalangin din po namin Panginoon si Tatay Digong, si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, si VP Inday Sara, si Pastor Apollo Kibuloy, at ang Duterte senatorial slate ngayong darating na halalan. Dinadalangin po namin ang katagumpayan na lahat po sila, 10 kandidato po ng PDP Laban ay mananalo ngayong pong darating na eleksyon. Isang buwan mula ngayon, Panginoon. At gayon din po, dinadalangin din namin si Ka Eric, siya po ay ginagamit po ninyo para ipagtanggol ang katotohanan. Pagpalain po ninyo siya, Panginoon. Kayo po ang gagabay, patnubayan niyo po ang kanyang buhay, ang kanyang pamilya. Alam po namin na meron po kayong misyon sa kanyang buhay, sa kanyang pong katapangan ay pahayag ang tunay na nangyayari sa aming bansang Pilipinas. Pagpalain din po ninyong Panginoon ang mga Pilipino na ngayon po ay hindi lamang po dito sa New York. Kami po ay dumarami, lahat po ng Pilipinong tunay na nagmamahal sa aming inang bayan, na tumatayo at naninindigan sa tama at ngayon po ay nagkakaisa para po sa aming bansang Pilipinas. At alam po namin, Panginoon, na ito pong lahat ay hindi po mangyayari kung wala po kayo na siyang patuloy na gumagabay at naunguna po sa lahat po ng aming mga ginagawa. At lahat po ng ito ay binabalik po namin sa inyong pong dakilang pangalan, sa inyong anak. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Praise the Father!
Praise the Father. Hallelujah.
Any more announcement from the organizing group? Oh, birthday cake! Okay. Sabayan niyo po ha, mga kababayan, and then we can have the photo opportunity. Okay. Sige. And then ready for your camera, mag-picture tayo. Sige.
For whose birthday ka, Eric?
Birthday po sa ngayon ay nung March 28, birthday ni PRRD. More than, I think, 47 days na siyang illegal na nakadetini sa Europe, no, sa pilitang dinukot. And then birthday ni Pastor Kibuloy no, April 25. And then may birthday din si Brother Romel, isa sa mga leaders dito sa ating
Donate na ating
pagtitipon.
lechon.
And Oy, si Flope, birthday ang ating kababayang si Flope na kanyang hindi makakalimutan ang lechon suabe.
2 lechon!
Thank you, Flope.
Grabe,
Happy birthday
Flops,
also.
come over here, Floppy.
Okay, so sabay-sabay tayo.
And si Gary! Gary! Here comes
Mas maganda yung birthday
Gary
song ninyo.
Rodel.
Bella, Bella.
Birthday celebrant. This is Floppy. This is Gary. Tess. Tess Dispoho, where are you? Tess? Si Tess pa. Baka meron pa. Yung mga birthday celebrant.